Hey guys, welcome back to Brownble.com. I'm Kim and today we are making some delicious, oil-free, crispy potatoes. When you see me doing these, you are not going to believe that these are going to get crispy. We're going to make these in the oven without any oil, but you have to trust me on this. They will be crispy and delicious. This is my favorite side, and it's especially good next to a sandwich, a wrap, whenever you want to skip the chips or the traditional French fries. Let's get started. We're gonna start with some potatoes. So I've already cubed these up. These still have the skin. It has a ton of nutrients. So just place those in a large bowl. So we're just gonna add a touch of veggie broth. You wanna splash these. You don't want these soaked in the broth. And then we're gonna add all of our seasonings and toss together. So what I have chosen today is some chopped rosemary. Rosemary and potatoes are like bread and butter. These are just delicious. And I've also chosen some beautiful thyme. Thyme is also another herb that goes great with potatoes. I'm also adding some garlic powder, which is gonna add a nice zing. And of course, we need some freshly ground pepper and some sea salt. And now we toss. Next, we're gonna take our potatoes and we're gonna place them in a shallow baking tray lined with some parchment paper. So make sure that only the potatoes fall. You don't want the extra liquid that will be in the bottom. So just kind of tilt and avoid dumping that in. And we're gonna spread them out in a second. Ideally, you wanna spread these out so that they have space between them so that they can crisp up. So if you're making a large batch of potatoes, you might wanna do this in kind of smaller batches to make sure that they're all getting nice and browned. And because we had some of that liquid remaining, when that happens, I like to take a little extra sea salt and sprinkle it on top just in case it kind of washed away with some of that liquid when I was pouring it into the pan. So what you're gonna do now is pop this in the oven at 400 degrees and you're gonna let that be. You're not gonna touch them, you're not gonna flip them. The way you know they're ready is they have turned golden, they have puffed, so they're gonna puff up. And when you insert a toothpick or a fork, they're nice and tender in the center. Once you have taken them out of the oven, you'll see that they are all crispy and golden brown, and that if you insert any kind of skewer or knife, they will go in very easily. And they'll puff up a little bit in the oven too. Now you're ready to serve. Your oil-free potatoes are the perfect side for veggie burgers, sandwiches, wraps. You can even top salads with them, and they're even great as a snack, dipped in a little bit of guacamole or some horseradish. Delicious. Thank you so much for stopping by and cooking with us today. I'll see you again soon with more at Brownble.com.